This video covers the information that we learned in the second clarinet lesson. So at this point, the kids are going to put their instruments together whenever they get to class, and they have them together before class, so we're going to learn how to play them today. We're going to review our finger placement. So our fingers, our thumb goes back here underneath that little thumb rest, and notice that it's the thumbnail that's underneath it. You don't want to do that. You want to do it like that, and you're going to have these fingers just in the air right above the keys. You don't want to put them under here. You don't want to grab onto that like that. You want to have them ready to play these keys for whenever we start playing those. For now though, we're just going to be playing these up here. You'll notice that there is a hole on the back side. That's for the thumb. Goes right there. And then we've got 3 holes right here for these 3 fingers. We learned a note in the first lesson that was G, and it's no fingers. If we add our thumb to the back, that's F. Add the first finger with the thumb, and that is E. Add the second finger with the thumb, D. And add the third finger with the thumb. This is C. Now this alphabetical order: C, D, E, F, and then G is with no fingers. Sometimes the kids will have problems right at first and they'll sound a little squeaky, or they can't get the note to come out. And that usually comes from not covering the holes completely, especially with this finger right here. I tell the kids to stretch their fingers out like that to reach down and get down to that key so that they cover it up completely. They can also look in a mirror to see if there's any finger that's not completely over a hole. After that, we introduce flashcards. Everybody has a set of 3 different sets of flashcards. This is flashcard set 1, and it just has a letter name on the front, and on the back it has a fingering chart. Now there's a line dividing the left hand from the right hand. The right hand is the lower hand down on the bottom, and then the left hand is up here on top, and then we have the thumb hole that I just showed you a second ago. So on this note, D, we use our thumb and our first 2 fingers because they're colored in, and then if they're not colored in, you don't push those down. So the kids all need to drill these and get to where they can know the fingerings for each one of the notes fairly quickly. You can help out at home by drilling these flashcards. Whenever a kid feels like they're pretty proficient at flashcard set 1, it's time to move on to flashcard set 2, which adds an extra step. After we learn those 5 notes, we learn how to tongue the instrument. And tonguing is how we separate the notes. There I played 4 quarter notes. Whenever you tongue a clarinet, you're going to move your tongue as if you're saying the word ta. Ta, ta, ta. Tss, 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 tss. Now you might even try saying ta on your own. Whenever you say ta, the tip of your tongue touches the roof of your mouth. And whenever we put the clarinet in our mouth, the tip of the tongue is actually going to reach up and touch the tip of the mouthpiece, like this. It may tickle your tongue a little bit, but that's okay. If you're having problems with that, you can grab a straw. I'm going to use a pencil here just for the demo, but you can put the straw in your mouth and pretend like you are shooting spitwads, and you're going to use your tongue for that. You'll feel your tongue touch the end of the straw. That's the same feeling that you're going to have with the clarinet. So a straw is a good thing to use to help with tonguing. You also want to make sure you're not puffing your cheeks out whenever you blow. If you're having a hard time with that, there's a couple of things you can try. Number 1, you can suck your thumb, because whenever you suck your thumb, it pulls the cheeks in towards the teeth. You can also think about flattening out your upper lip, because whenever you flatten out your upper lip, it makes your chin point towards the ground, and it's going to bring the cheeks in. So, we've talked about tonguing, we talked about the note cards, and then finally we're going to start playing out of the book. So this would be the point where you can start opening up to page 4 and working your way as far ahead as possible.